We could play. Jesse Ventura talked about our video in the Bill O'Reilly interview, I believe. You want to hear this real fast?
Sure, I'm sure it's riveting.
Or maybe I think they're just focusing on Bill O'Reilly now that it's Bill O'Reilly's story.
Yeah, of course.
Ventura responds to the punch thing on Alex Jones. Rambles for 6 straight minutes.
Nice.
So this is Jesse Ventura, his side of the story. If you don't know, we had Navy SEALs sharpshooter Chris Kyle on, and it was a great hour of radio, man.
Unbelievable.
Really a lot of fun. I believe a pretty good interview. And then he admitted that he punched and pretty much knocked Jesse Ventura down to the ground for talking some shit.
Yep.
And Alex Jones thinks it didn't happen, and that we were in on a conspiracy, and we scripted the whole thing with Chris Kyle. Well, he finally got Jesse Ventura on his show, and this is what Jesse had to say.
Governor Jesse Ventura, we've seen a big national news story claiming that this Navy SEAL, who just had a book come out this week, at a bar knocked you down and then ran away because you were saying you were glad that Navy SEALs were dead. I mean, it sounds like something out of the Twilight Zone.
Well, Alex, anyone that's ever...
Well, Alex. Right off the bat. Well, Alex, let me tell you something. You can believe what you want. Oh, God, that voice.
I guess we were out to ruin his reputation, right?
Yeah, his great reputation.
Yeah.
A fighter.
Well, Alex, anyone that's ever heard me talk knows that that's not true at all. I have no idea why this person is saying it or for what purpose it's to serve. But, you know, if he stated that he struck me, knocked me down, and then fled, I want people to understand clearly he's confessing then to the crime of assault. And it's assault on a former governor, an elected official, a former elected official twice. I want to clear his name because he's confessing to assaulting me, and it didn't happen. I can unequivocally tell you that I've never been punched in Coronado, California since I've been out of the Navy. I got out of the Navy in active duty in 1973, and I've never been struck by anyone. I've been out there multiple times for reunions that are the third weekend in August every year, and this may have been the graduation, what he's talking about in '06 of Class 258, because it's traditional that when 100 years, I was Class 58. When 158 graduated back, I believe in the 80s, I went to that graduation because that's a tradition. And then when 258 graduated in...
Oh, my God, he's losing everybody.
Now I understand what Danny was saying.
When 258 graduated.
Danny had this audio, and he told us, look, I can't cut this audio because the guy never took a breath, and there's no way to cut it. He just rambles for 6 straight minutes. I don't know if it happened.
No, I don't either. So far...
It seemed believable at the time when we asked Chris Kyle.
So far, what he's saying is it's kind of convincing. Like, when he first said he's confessing to assault... I'm like, he's just trying to give Chris Kyle a way to deny it.
There's
like,
a
hey,
statute of limitations.
Yeah.
You can't fucking sue him. He can't do anything.
But, I don't know. Chris Kyle did seem kind of convincing, and he didn't mention it in the book.
Yeah.
He seemed very convincing. Yeah.
And Jesse's just been, like, you know, when you watch his show, you listen to some of the stuff he said, everything I've heard from Jesse, I've just interpreted it as bullshit.
Yeah.
So, you know... I'm going to take the word of somebody that seems a little more trustworthy as far as their words go.
Well, what he said was, I'm sorry, he didn't say that he said, I'm glad Navy SEALs are getting killed.
No, that's
he said,
fucking
Jesse said,
Alex. Just,
you guys got to take, it's good you guys take a few or something, or you're going to do whatever it was. But it wasn't
misquoted Kyle. Alex has misquoted Kyle throughout this thing like I've never heard anyone misquoted before.
Yeah.
Horrid.
Isn't there anyone that could back up Chris Kyle's story?
Yeah, it's probably
if the bar was
in the bar, I guess.
So we need one of those guys to come forward, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And then when 258 graduated in 2006, I believe it was, I went to that. But and McPee's Bar is owned by Doc McPartland, who was my SEAL cadre instructor. When I just came out of training, he instructed me in SEAL SBI, SEAL Basic Indoctrination. And he owns that establishment. And I would never, ever misbehave in the Doc's establishment. I have too much respect for him. And if people truly want to clear this up, call him. Call McPease, because if a former governor within the SEAL community had been knocked down and hit and assaulted, it would have traveled through the SEAL community like wildfire. And for this to now say it happened 5.5 or 6 years after it happened, that's absurd. But I want to state that even though this person is confessing to committing a crime against me of assault, I want to state unequivocally he is not guilty of that crime, because he never hit me. I don't even know who he is. If I've met him or not, I don't know it.
Jesse's sounding pretty believable.
Yeah.
I like the part where he says it would have went through the SEAL community.
But other guys are saying
wildfire.
It did. Other guys,
people said it did. Yeah.
But where are those guys?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm playing both sides of this one.
Yeah,
like, where are those guys now? Like, who could collaborate his story?
Yeah.
But then again,
there's got to be one guy.
Why would Chris? This is what bothers me about this. Chris Kyle makes it up. He makes it up like I punched him in a bar in front of people. Like, to me, a smart lie would be I punched him in the hallway, or it's your word against his.
Or in the alley after we were all done and we were walking to our cars or whatever.
Or it was me and him in the men's room and I fucking punched him.
Where there's no witnesses.
There's no witnesses.
To say it happened in plain sight.
You're literally opening yourself up
Yeah.
to 50 people in the bar going, you're lying. You didn't hit him. We saw the whole thing. You did nothing.
Right. I mean, but someone has to come forward for Chris Kyle at this point.
Yeah.
Who has more of a motive to lie? Chris to sell books or Jesse to save face? Chris selling books, he did not mention it in the book. He mentioned punching someone. He did not mention who it was.
Right.
Why wouldn't you mention who it was? Then again, maybe he was afraid of getting sued. Then again, I kind of like the fact he didn't mention who it was because he wasn't, I don't know how to feel about it.
This is confusing. But the one thing that's not confusing is the fact that we were not in on this, idiot. We asked a few questions, and that's what happened. Got a tip that this happened, so we asked him.
Yeah.
But according to Alex Jones, we were in on it, and we scripted the whole fucking thing.
So it worked.
He's going to be calling in, 20 minutes? This Alex Jones.
Oh, great.
He's going to use his
wait to hear him.
real voice or his radio voice?
Radio voice.
Even from home?
Absolutely.
Damn.
He'll have that fast-talking radio voice on. Oh, God.
Jesse continues.
Oh, does he?
His name, I don't even know it right now as I talk to you. I just know that he made accusations that he hit me back in 06, I guess, and that he fled the bar.
Can I shouldn't have looked down at my Twitter. The horse AMF, last tweet I read from you. I don't deal with anybody anymore. No backpedaling, Jim and Opie. Starting to sound like the other jocks.
It's not backpedaling.
We're not backpedaling at all.
When you hear something and you hear the other side of an argument, would you rather that I stubbornly stuck to it or I told you honestly after hearing Ventura, who I don't like, his explanation?
Right.
Okay, now I wasn't there. So would you rather I be ignorant and like pretend I'm like Alex Jones and go, this is what happened, I know.
Right.
I don't know because I wasn't there.
Right. And Alex Jones should say the exact same thing. When Chris Kyle told the story, we're like, holy fuck, he sounds very believable.
Not backpedaling, you don't.
But now that I'm hearing Jesse Ventura, I have questions. And that's how you should do this shit, you idiot. It takes a brave person to go, wow, you know what? I got more questions now, instead of sticking to your initial thought.
I believe Chris Kyle, because there's certain ways Jesse is saying it that it also does give me pause. Like he's saying, I'm admonishing him of that crime, or he's confessing. Like, why would you say he's confessing to a crime? It's almost like you're trying to put it in his head.
Yeah,
Don't push this.
Right.
Why not just say, that guy's a liar, he never touched me?
And can he sue still? I mean, he could sue for making up a fake story, right?
I don't know if it's defamation or not.
Is it defamation? What he said, something like that? Maybe. Who knows?
I'm not a fan of Jesse Ventura at all, but the one thing that resonates certainly is when he said this would have went through the Navy SEAL community like a wildfire, and you got to think it would have. But are those guys under this thing where they keep it among themselves and they don't openly talk about it?
Yeah, maybe it's just one of those things that everybody knows about. Apparently, other people did know about it. Who knows?
That makes me suspicious, and that makes me want to ask more questions, you fucking idiot.
Or
you're like Troy Kwan.
Unless Chris Kyle just punched unless he just punched an older guy. Yeah. Riff-raff. Unless he just punched an older guy, and then when a guy called in and had heard it was Jesse Ventura,
right? Yeah.
And then Chris Kyle went, oh, that sounds...
Rocky Horror was in town, maybe, and they were at the same bar.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else Jesse says here.
Lead the bar. If that was true, Alex, maybe I should go up, since he's confessing to a crime, maybe I should go up and file the charges. And if he did do this and said police were coming or whatever it was he stated, wouldn't there be a police report? I can assure you there is.
I'm going to pause again. It sounds like he could still file the charges. So Jesse's got to file charges, or he looks like an idiot here.
He's talking too much about the charges, though.
Right.
Yeah,
that to me,
right?
That's like saying, because I could sue you. You're just trying to put that in someone's head. I'm going to file charges.
And if your reputation's on the line, then why not go file the charges? Let's play this out, there, Jesse.
Yeah.
Right. This is a weird situation.
Yeah.
If one guy backed up Chris Kyle, then I wouldn't have a doubt in my mind. And hopefully that'll happen if this story continues to grow.
Yeah, we'll see.
A police report? I can assure you there isn't one. And I can assure you this event did not happen. Nobody has ever hit me when I've been up there. Since I've been off active duty, let me categorize that. I got off active duty in '73. Nobody there have I ever been in any trouble or did anything but reunions and graduations or whatever it might have been, or retirement. And the thing is, you're never at McPee's alone. You're there with your teammates and your classmates, and you're all celebrating. When you go to McPee's, there'll be at least 5 or 6 guys with you. Well, I would sure like to hear of a witness that saw of this event, because it never happened. It's plain and that simple. And what does concern me is that this is 2 times now within about a 2-week period where the mainstream media has ran with something that was completely untrue. As you know,
pause that real quick.
They stated that...
The thing is this. You're not willing to come on this show, so it's not like we could have called you at that moment, and we couldn't have called you the next day because you refused to come back on since you were scolded, and you were apparently unreachable. Even Alex Jones couldn't get a hold of you. So stop acting like the mainstream media just ran with it without contacting you. Where apparently you're really hard to get a hold of.
Well, in all fairness to Jesse, that the mainstream media does that all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
I think Jesse's a dick.
But our video is just what it is. It happened. We put it out there. We didn't even try to spin it or anything. Right. This is this guy's story. Wow, this is a big story. Can we get Chris Kyle back on the phone or something? That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, let's do that.
Is there a possibility?
They're checking into it.
Yeah, let's...
no spin zone here.
Jesse continues. You want to keep going with
please.
this? All right.
That was completely untrue. As you know, they stated that I was tailgating a car a couple weeks ago out in the San Fernando Valley on the way to the airport, and that was solely not true because I haven't been to California for 6 months, and I haven't flown in an airplane for 15 months, and you can attest to that because you were with me the last time I flew in a commercial airliner, and that was well over a year ago. So it's 2 times now that bogus, serious, false stories have been perpetuated out there by the mainstream media against me. And I guess, Alex, I can only say maybe because I'm rattling my sword about the elections, maybe because I support Ron Paul, who's not popular, or they say he's fringe because...
Please stop with that shit. I mean,
I
kind of like Ron Paul now, too, but he's not going to get elected, so that no one's panicking over, oh, my God, we got to shut down everyone that's supporting Ron Paul. So you got to stop with that argument.
And Jesse's already have a shitty enough reputation where no one thinks they need to shut him up.
No,
really.
Not at all.
Right. Oh, it's because I support Ron Paul.
It's not what it is.
So they got to shut me down.
So the government's after him.
That's dumb.
Let's get the bar owner on the phone.
Popular, or they say he's fringe because he stands for peace. Maybe because I support peace and not war in this country now, that makes you a target for the people that do support war. I don't know. I'm only speculating there, but I'll let you have it, Alex, and you can speak, but I just want to tell you unequivocally, this event did not happen. And I can't speak to anything else that this person would say because I don't know him. To my knowledge, I've never ever even met him. Maybe I have, I don't know, but you know, you meet a lot of the younger guys, but you don't recall who they are. But never have I ever been hit or treated disrespectfully in the Navy UDT SEAL community at McPee's bar or any official UDT SEAL function in any way. In fact, I'm treated with honor and dignity at all times. So I don't know where this story or why this young gentleman wants to plead that he committed a crime against me, but I can unequivocally plead for his innocence because the event never happened.
Governor,
yeah.
Governor Jesse Ventura joins us from Mexico down on the Baja via audio.
Mexico!
Baja via audio.
We got a guy on Twitter. I won't give out his name there, but he says SEALs don't discuss shit in their community with those outside their community. Jesse knows this. He's lying.
Well.
So they got that code thing.
Well, the code.
And then someone else is saying it's very suspicious. The weird part is when Chris Kyle said he ran away. Yeah, why would you admit that? If you hit another guy, the last thing you want to admit to anyone is, yeah, I hit him and I ran because I was scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could he could have easily have left that out of the story.
Well, we were asking, like, what happened then? What happened next?
No, I know.
So it's kind of odd. Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think, Ant?
I don't know.
Are you backpedaling?
I just know Jesse is. I'm sure.
Are you backpedaling? Are you?
I know Jesse is has told some things that I have found inconsistent over the years. So, no, who knows?
Yeah, I didn't have an opinion on this either way. All I knew as a radio guy, holy shit, we got something cool today. Let's put this on the internet. That's all I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know Chris Kyle. I don't know his friends. I don't know the bar owner.
Well, I was a Navy SEAL, and we don't talk about stuff.
Oh,
it sounded convincing, and that's all I know.
Thank you for your service.
I was a SEAL. I was balancing a ball and something.
Falls across the nose.
But now Ventura sounds like there's some things in there.
Yeah, but I find that who has a bigger reason? They both have reasons to lie, let's be honest. Jesse to save face, and again, Chris to sell books.
Yeah, but he had a hell of a fucking career. Why would you take that chance to sell a few books?
I'm not saying, yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make sense.
Why would you take that chance? You had an amazing career.
It's almost...
And you got this private company now. That a lie like this could hurt that, right? Yeah. So I don't know what his motive would be to lie. It doesn't seem like there's an upside.
Unless it was a bullshit thing that was going around for a while, like a rumor that he kind of embraced because it raised his profile. And then when it got mentioned publicly, he was like, again, I still believe Chris Kyle.
Yeah, Jesse's been known to fly off the handle and say some fucked up shit, you know?
I believe Chris Kyle. For the little knowledge I got on this whole thing.
And I'll tell you why I have trouble believing Ventura. Because our whole interview, which people who criticized me for the interview I had with him, with you filming, you didn't get every part of it because you only had a 1 hour flip, so you would turn it on and off. So I always love when people...
I think there's a longer version up there now.
Oh, there's the audio, there is.
Yeah.
But people who didn't hear the whole thing think I just attacked him. And he's like, yeah, I was... But you weren't being a gentleman. You were being an asshole. He was being an asshole. And hearing the way he spun that, I was like, you phony. You don't sound like you're being... You're not a gentleman. You weren't being nice. You were insulting.
Yeah.
You're being rude.
And he was getting more and more frustrated that day because we kept asking more and more questions. We just didn't let him just slide with some vague shit.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk to Alex Jones about this in a few minutes.
Yes, we are, damn it.
You know what we could do? We could break. When we get back, we'll have Alex Jones on the phone. Yep. And we say hi to Jim Florentine as well.
Oh, Jim is good.
Oh, Jim.
So why don't we do that?
Why?
All righty.
All right.